right, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Tony and I are back for some more straight pool. If you were following me on my Facebook page, y'all should know that I competed in the Texas BCA State 10-ball singles event. I just recently got eliminated. I actually did appear on the Bad Boys Billiard Productions live stream where I got to play Jacob Watson. He is the young man that actually knocked me out of the tournament last time, but I was fortunate to put him in the loser's bracket. It's just that when he came back to face me to play for second place, he whitewashed me. And I'm not going to spoil if you haven't seen the Bad Boys production stream of how I performed against Jacob, so you're just going to have to go and watch that. But for now, Tony and I are going to go ahead and do another race of straight pool. I think we only have time for just one set because I do have to get up tomorrow morning to play in the Jack and Jill Scotch doubles event with my partner. And I don't want to go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Not before the tournament, absolutely.
Like I did last night. So yeah, let's get back at it, Tony.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I need to work on my speed. I didn't freeze it.
I think your flag is perfect. Do you want me to break or do you want to break?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you break this time.
All right. So same thing.
You
Race
know why, right? I've never seen you do an opening break.
Right.
Ever since we played all these matches, I've never seen you do an opening break.
So it's gonna be like last time. It's gonna be my 100 to Tony's 150. See how I can do.
Break. Very nice.
Thank you. And of course, do me a favor, folks, and let me know if you can hear us okay. Whenever one of us isn't at the table, we'll be at the desk microphone where we can read the live chat and try to interact with everybody. You know what, everybody? I just realized that last night's stream must have been done on Wi-Fi. I'm hopefully about to fix that here soon. Because you're probably experiencing buffer issues, but hopefully not in the next couple of seconds. Everything should be A-okay. Shot. Yeah, okay, so the stream is lagging quite a bit. That should hopefully fix itself here in a second. Let me just check on everything before I move on. Oh, wow. I can't believe how far it's actually lagging behind since I'm actually watching the replay. Okay, that part looks good. You still haven't even shot on the replay yet.
Really?
Yeah, that's how far behind it is. I didn't even realize that. I totally forgot that I didn't even have my Ethernet cable plugged in. So last time we were streaming on Wi-Fi, which isn't really.
That's thunder.
Yeah, that's Thunder. But when you stream over Wi-Fi, the connection really isn't all that reliable.
Really?
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense. I have my TV connected to.
Okay, the sound is all good. Okay, and it looks like the stream hopefully might be caught up. Let's see here.
Good shot.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and play the 3-ball. Eves, that's correct. I'll be going to 100 while Tony will be going to 150. Yeah, so hopefully, not realizing that last night's stream was probably very unstable, hopefully this stream's going to be much more stable. And the show is finally got started. The special guest has arrived. Just don't know what he's going to be doing for the rest of the night. Hopefully he doesn't Zelda.
Maybe running scared.
Yeah. And there he goes. Good shot. I don't think that would have went on the tables I was just playing on.
Probably not.
I had quite a few shots that I was actually bobbling on the tables at the tournament. Even though they were 4.5, they were like a tight 4.5 where you could just barely fit the balls past the jaws of the pocket. Hope everybody's having a pleasant evening, morning, or afternoon where you are in the world. If you can do us 14 ball, okay. If you can do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button for us, we'd really appreciate it. Good shot. And this is what I get for trying to play a safety.
This is a problem.
I'll get the score caught up here in a minute. I'm still trying to make sure the stream is stable. I haven't been really paying attention to how many points Tony possibly has right now. Nice shot.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get past the 10 ball stop here.
Ah.
You know, I didn't want to run to the 10 ball because that way I could shoot the 1-5 combo and have the 10 as a geico. It's like now I gotta manage position on the 1. So now I'm gonna call it a 5.
Very nice. So that actually should put you on 13.
Orange 5.
Not purple 5?
Not purple 5.
What about
Even
pink?
Zelda agrees.
What about pink 4?
Pink 4 is fine.
Just not purple 5?
Just not purple 5.
And hopefully today we won't have a brownout in my house like we did yesterday. That caught us up completely by surprise.
Okay. Is that the best thing you're gonna give me? I thought I had it in between. I thought I was going in between the balls, so that's why I hit us off.
Oh, okay.
I might be able to make the 15. Yeah, I think I can. Le 15.
Good shot.
Ooh, 13. That's not there.
Yikes.
What is going on here? This is brutal, man. I can't see the break of this rack. Good thing I have an angle here, at least.
Nice shot. Oh, he decides to give me a chance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, you already set the score.
Yes. All right. judge that by a lot. I am going to try the 10 ball, though. I think. Talk about deja vu. That's pretty much what I was doing at the tournament.
Well, I think you saved me, bud.
Did I?
Yeah. You completely saved me.
Then I guess I'm okay. Maybe.
I literally don't have a shot. The 4 doesn't go. This one doesn't go. I can't even bank. I don't even have enough room to bank that if I wanted to. I guess I'm going to have to lose 16. Because I don't have a shot. I mean, the ball's hanging in the pocket. I have zero way of defending myself.
Mega Andy 12. Hello there from Massachusetts. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, it looks like the stream should be stable now. I see that I got 84 viewers in here, but I only see 20 likes. So if you
10 ball.
10 ball? Okay. So if you could do me a favor, everybody, give this stream a thumbs up. It really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, lets other people discover the live stream, and it also lets people discover the stream after the fact.
Oh, yeah. I was really close there.
All right. So I got a little fortunate with my miss. But this is still not an easy layout with that 13 ball.
And the 3 ball.
Yeah.
13 and 3 in a pretty bad spot there. Hey everyone, how you all doing tonight? Thank you for tuning in. How many of you had the opportunity to watch Chris's live stream match at the tournament today?
Try the 6 ball, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
That cat's not distracting at all. Oh, I wanted to clip that 13 ball. Boy, all right.
Eves, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hi, MHF 1979. Yeah, I think Chris is feeling a little generous tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Well, like I said, I'm bobbling the pockets like I did at the tournament. Let's see, a Carlos Duke, I think I'm pronouncing that right, says, "What's up, Tony? We miss you here in NY."
Yeah, I sent someone a message earlier today saying how much I miss everyone over there. So how's it going, man? Hope you're all doing well. Are you going to play the Genki Memorial?
Looks like Eve's got to see the picture of your boy with the Duchess of Doom.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what I wanted to do. Looks like your buddy Carlos says, yes, sir. He's going to be at Steinway this weekend
Right.
for the Genki.
Good luck, pal. That's great. I'm actually going to make a video soon to send for you guys over there. This is my, let's see if I can do this.
Gee whiz, just the action you got on that ball.
This is what I wanted to show you.
Mm-hmm.
So look, when you have a shot like this where you're straight,
Mm-hmm.
what you're supposed to do is stop the cue ball around here. And when you're going to play a behind the rack safety, it's very important to go for the hit that's going to give you the fullest hit to slow down the speed of the cue ball to prevent it from leaking. Right? So for example, a big mistake people make is they stop the cue ball here.
You step to the side so the
Yeah.
viewers can see.
When people stop the cue ball here, if you notice from here, when you hit the cue ball to the 9 is going to hit half of the 15, which means the 15 isn't going to have that much speed. But if from here you shoot the 6 instead, you're getting a 3/4 ball hit on the 6, which transfers more speed on the 2 to come off the tangent line. But this is where the problem is. If you come here, look at this. There's a gap between the 6 and the 2. So in other words, if you shoot the 6 to the 2 will never reach the cushion.
Okay.
Because the 6 has to go through the 1 and the 5 before it reaches the 2.
Okay.
So that means if you come here and you spread him here, you spread him there, you're trapping yourself because now you're on the foul and all your opponent's going to do is tap the cue ball because he or she can't defend themselves going this way or that way.
Okay.
So knowing that, I have to re-rack him so that I make sure that I freeze those two.
Right.
It's a little tougher to show unless you have like an overhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that they got what I was talking about. So see here, I stop it, right? I call the 3 ball, I shoot a stop shot. Then I hit the 6 ball and the 2 ball comes off the 10 right here. That's where it's pointing. Hopefully I get lucky enough to get one of these come out, but that's not my goal. My goal is to just get this to go there. Even better yet, and this is where people get trapped sometimes.
Okay.
A lot of times when you shoot this, you might want to shoot it so that you hit it and leave it by the rail and not there. Because then if your opponent plays a return safety and leaves you here, now there's a good chance you leave him a shot in the side pocket as opposed to a slightly tougher cut in the corner.
Okay.
See, I guess the regret that I have there is not leaving the 2 ball by the side because you left it in the side. But you see what you see where I'm going with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go for the 2 ball. Oh, as soon as I hit, I know it.
Zelda changed his mind. Play the 1. Play the 14.
those are the word. Those, even though it sounds cool and I think it's great entertainment, I'm really hoping not to hear that. I'm always rooting for him.
I didn't think I hit it that hard that I would bobble the pocket. Hey, Kevin Bowie, it's good to see you. I ended up getting 7th, 8th place for $150. I basically got my money back for that event. Yeah, tell me about it, Eves. That's what? That's already the 3rd ball that I've bobbled on my table? Steelers freak. Having my own little bobblehead is something my APA teammates have suggested I should get.
That would be cool, actually. That would be super cool.
I can start using that as my 8-ball pocket marker for my APA 8-ball matches. Yeah, Kevin. Jacob and I matched up in the last event before COVID hit, and I actually was able to put him in the losers bracket in the 10-ball event last time. And then when I played for the hot seat match, I unfortunately lost that one hill to hill. And then Jacob came back to play me again for to get into the finals, and he whitewashed me. He came back with a vengeance. So he's pretty much been my nemesis ever since. I mean, the young man is a phenomenal pool player. He's got a little bit more speed than I do, but I can try. I try my best to hang with him. I feel like you wanted to get shape on the 12, no?
I'm trying to leave it here. So
Yeah.
it's okay because I'm thinking, 11, 7, 6, 4, and then 5, right? I just have to get, come up and down for the 11.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing is just modifying it a bit.
That's a beautiful shot. Tony, we already got 100 viewers.
Oh, nice. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Very nice. Looks like somebody's missing 2 points.
You made 2, so I had to put it up. You had 3, and then you went to 5, right?
Okay, so then they're probably yours then. Yeah, Kevin, I think I had like a total of 3 or 4 jump shots during that match. One of them was my own fault. No, actually, I think 2 of them were my own fault, and then the third one was if I remember correctly, it was a safety. Yeesh.
Call the plumber. There's a leak. I used to say that whenever someone would break and make like 3-4 balls on the break.
Oh, thought that was gonna hang up.
I thought so too for a second there.
Eves, you think you can do me a favor and just comment that product review video so I can pin it?
Just I'm thinking here, right? I saying to myself, if I get straight on this one ball, I don't really have much angle to work with anything, so I'm trying back here for the 8th there, but I'm trying to leave this for the 8th for the break shot.
Mm-hmm.
So since I have a slight angle here, I think I might be able to move the 13 low enough, so when I draw off the 13 here, if I get straight on the 1, I use the 1 to get to the 13.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Just to make it a little easier, right?
Mm-hmm. Kevin Bowie, I have the Air Rush. Yeah, Eves, you got to put it all in one sentence. I think you have 200 characters to do it with. Steelers Freak, I'm working on that. I currently have a total of 4 microphones in this garage setup to have the sounds that we have. So I know that the mics above the table don't pick up vocals very well. That's why it'll sound like a little distant or maybe a little echoey and faint. But the microphone that I have here at the desk with the computer and the shotgun microphone that I have next to the webcam picks everything up just fine. So, and I was given a possible solution on how to fix the or improve the microphones at the table. So hopefully they can pick up the vocals a little bit better. I just haven't bought the equipment yet. Okay, yeah. The equipment that I do have in here is a little pricey, so I've been trying to just get it together one piece at a time. Of course, I could just mic us up, but the idea is to be able to do stuff like this without having to wear any gear. Ooh.
I don't know how to do that to myself.
All right. Can I do something now? Will that be okay?
Oh, wait. Shot.
Thank you. I think I'm looking at this the right way.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. Nice out with very easy position, but never helps to miss a break shot. I actually told Chris yesterday that one of the worst times anyone can miss in the game of straight pool is with the break shot and leaving a open table for their opponent, because it helps them, get into gear without really putting a lot of pressure on them. But one of the best tips that I ever got, when someone asked me, how do you get into a rhythm to start running balls when someone just hit you with like a 70, 80, 90, 100 ball run? And the best advice I ever got from that was from a former coach that told me, if someone hits you with 100 and you're hitting them good and you know you are and you want to try to, come back, run balls, try by taking an extra couple of warm-up strokes for the first 5 shots. 5 to 10 shots, so that you gradually get yourself into a rhythm. And I thought that was fantastic advice. It's actually worked very well for me throughout the years. Fortunately for me, when it comes to people talking when I'm playing, that rarely happens to me, because most of the tournaments I play in are pro tournaments, and in pro tournaments, no one's really allowed to talk near the actual playing table. And if someone does, someone in the audience usually tells him to keep it down or something, or one of the players. Ryan, what do you mean by, do I have 3 tops? What do you mean by tops? You mean, oh, tips. I get it, tips. Well, I don't think it's so much 3 tips. It could be a number of things, but first make sure that you're mastering short position, so that if you need to draw the cue ball a couple of inches or go forward a couple of inches, you're not just used to drawing it back a lot and forward a little bit, because that will come in handy in straight pool. And then the other tip is, when you're trying to learn patterns, just set up a break shot and throw 2 random balls out on the table, just randomly, and take ball in hand and see how can you get from the first to the second to the break shot. And look for a shape of a triangle. It doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. So for example, let's say the 15, which is on the table here, nearest the corner pocket, isn't there. Eliminate that, right? If you eliminated that ball and you got ball in hand, well, then if the 4 were lower and the 4 were a break shot, you would probably, exactly, that's a 2. Okay, so that's a break shot. So you would shoot the 9 ball in the lower left-hand pocket, roll the cue ball down an inch or 2, then shoot the 3, come off the rail to go more or less parallel with the 2 ball for the break shot. And once you start familiarizing yourself with patterns like that, you add another ball. You add 4, and then you add 5. And once you add the 4, now you're looking for more like a rectangular shape or a square shape. That comes up often, and that's how you're going to be able to recognize the patterns and so forth. Okay, what's up here?
Let's see. Luigi Damien, he says, Tony, have you ever felt stuck on your game? And how do you get through it?
When I feel like I'm stuck on my game, the number one thing that I look at always, first and foremost, is I recheck my fundamentals list. I always have a list handy so that when things start going wrong, I use what I call small little gems. We spoke about, well, when someone comes to me for a lesson and says, hey, Tony, I'm in a slump. Can you give me a lesson? You're in a slump? Congratulations. Say, why are you congratulating me? I'm in a slump. And that's because I'm telling them that once you get out of this slump, you're going to learn why you were in that slump. Write that little gem so that in the future you can go back to that gem and remind yourself of why you were in the slump that one time. And you start developing and writing down all these small gems to help you get back on track. But unless you do that, you're never really going to know what you're doing wrong. So you're playing on feel most of the time, and feel can only take you so far. You need to gain this knowledge of how things work, so that way you have a better idea of how to get yourself back on track when you're struggling with your game.
Awesome.
Too soft.
All right. This time, Tony has a commanding lead over me with my 16 to his 54. Laura NY fan, Tony's vocals is going to sound low, or my vocals are going to sound low as well when I'm at the table. The only two microphones that pick up our vocals the best so far is the one that's here at the computer desk and the one that's actually in front of the webcam. I do have two microphones that are over the table, but unless we're physically close to them, that's why we sound a little low when we're out there. But I've been given an idea of how to try to improve the range of those microphones. I just have to buy the equipment to do so, and that's going to take me some time.
Almost didn't make it.
Now, when we're at the table, though, if we at least speak with like a more elevated volume, the microphones can pick us up pretty good. It just won't sound as clear as how I sound right now.
Brushed my last stroke there. So that's 1, 2. Oh, you're ready to this one.
Yeah. I'm taking it as we go along.
See, like right now, I notice I missed 2 break shots, back cuts like that, and I pretty much missed that one for the same reason. So now I'm going to have to exaggerate whatever I'm doing wrong even more so in order to get myself back on track. But that's because I have so many up here in my mind that I've kept for so many years. So I'm gonna make a slight adjustment the next time I come to the table. Shot.
Yep.
Is your table 8-foot Pro Cut pockets?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. 8-foot Pro Cut pockets.
Pro cut is defined as 4.5 corner pockets and 5-inch side pockets.
Luigi, when I prepare for a tournament mentally, I mean, for the mental part, I just do whatever I enjoy to relax before a match. Yeah, of course, I try to put in some practice time before the match and, you know, a rack or two before the match actually starts. But a lot of people do different things. So some like to, you know, watch a film, go take a massage, go for a run, eat shrimp scampi.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't want to stuff yourself before a match. That's a mistake a lot of people make. Sucks up your energy. Yeah, Ron, I back cut, I overcut the last couple of break shots that I attempted into the rack because I just simply rushed my last stroke. I need to just slow it down a little bit. Shooting, bud.
Thank you. Like some of my reinforcement labels need to be replaced. See, they're starting to raise up a little bit.
Raise what?
These reinforcements, these don't.
Oh, gotcha. So getting back to the overcut that Ron, the pool student, mentioned, when I steer the cue ball, my tendency is to overcut the ball. When I steer the object ball, the tendency is to undercut the ball, because then now you're steering the cue in the direction of the cut of the ball, of where you want the object ball to go, where you want the cue ball to go. Someone's asking me if I play in the Tri-State Tour at Steinway. Wow. See, he did the same thing. He accidentally like tightened up just a little bit and overcut it just enough to miss it, unfortunately. I used to actually run my Predator Pro-Am Tour at Steinway. Out of the 20 stops we had every year, anywhere from 11 to 12 stops would take place at Steinway Billiards. The Tri-State was also running tour stops there, and they're going to be running a massive one this coming Memorial Day weekend called the Ginky Memorial. The Ginky Memorial was started by my wife and I when George Ginky Sansusi, who was a legendary player from New York, passed away at the age of 39. So when he passed away, we wanted to do something to remember him and in his memory, and we started the Ginky Memorial. And I immediately contacted this Tri-State Tour and the Mez Tour so that we can join forces to bring as many players as possible to one big event to honor Ginky. And it worked like a dream. John Lehman is still currently the owner of the Tri-State Tour, so he was obviously the main and head referee. And we joined forces, and one year we had 244 players, and another year we had 243 players, so it was insane. And we always did it on Memorial Day weekend, because since most people don't work on Memorial Day, you have a 3-day weekend, which gives you one extra day to be able to finish the event, because that's how many days you need minimum in order to finish a 240 plus field. So since my wife and I moved from New York and we're no longer running the Predator Pro-Am Tour, Ambi Estevez started running his own tour. He's going to join forces with John Lehman and a couple of other people to restart the Ginky Memorial. So that's why it's going to be taking place this coming weekend. So I'm really excited about the fact that they're going to keep that event alive, because Ginky deserves it, in my opinion. She's on the road tonight, huh?
Yeah. Well, Mega Andy, if you love the cat because the cat's named Zelda, that cat is a boy, and it's a funny story as to why it's a boy, because it was a rescue kitten, and at the time when it was taken to the vet, they identified it as a female. But then when it was time to get the cat fixed, they called us up and said, "Wait a minute, we found something." I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Well, it's not a female." It's like, "Oh, okay. Well, at least you saved us a few bucks on getting it fixed." Because it's more expensive to fix a female cat than it is to fix a male cat. John B, what's the cat's skill level? The cat just sits and watches and observes, because we can't play against the cat. The cat is equivalent to the ghost. Shot. Well, Laura NY fan, I'm pretty sure he identifies as a cat. Laura NY fan, Zelda was sharking both of us last night with the amount of meowing he was doing. It was ridiculous, let me tell you what.
No, I didn't want to go behind the 11 because then I can't cut it in the side and I can't make the 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta talk to the balls.
No table talking. Let's see. Chase Davis says, if you ever come to Aiken, South Carolina, I believe that's what that stands for, they have the Diamond open. They're redoing the table soon there with the Predator cloth. They're also going to host the Predator tour at Rax and Grill, and he'd love to meet both of us.
That'd be great. That would be awesome. Maybe we'll make a trip of it.
Kevin Boo, you're not wrong. Predator's logo is a cat, a very big cat.
That's why she's meowing. She wants to become the official mascot now.
And Zelda is a big cat. Let's see, we got Jason Collins who says he went to school with Ginky and used to play at Chelsea Billiards with him back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Ginky knew a lot of people, man.
Cookie Man Q, how's it going? Kevin Boo, I think you are correct that the Predator logo is a jaguar, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, Chase Davis seems to think it's a panther.
It might be. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen some people call it a jaguar. I've seen most people call it a panther.
Most people call it a panther? Okay. I mean, mean, it is yellow. Why can't it just be a leopard without spots? Let's see, 89 or 99. That doesn't sound right. I think it should be 98. Suhail Amda wants to know if we watched the UK Open and what's our opinion on it.
I think it was an awesome event, and I mean, Joshua Filler is just a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing. He's easily, after the last two performances of the Whirlpool Masters and this one, you know how hard it is to win first place in a field of 256 of the world's elite players. That's saying something.
For sure. I think our only real critique of it, though, is that it since they were using magic racks, it shouldn't have been winner breaks.
Hey, I made a bridge.
Nicely done.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, you know, if you're going to use a magic rack from the beginning of the tournament, you should finish it with it. You know, they take it out when they reach the top 16. But in addition to that, winner break with magic rack is a joke. I know people love to watch racks being run over and over and over. I've experienced it before when I took a 6.5 hour flight to LA, lost to Johnny Archer, lagged by this much, an eighth of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks the balls. When I finally get up to the table, I'm down 7-0. And, you know, back then when that became a problem, they addressed it by doing alternate breaks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the way to go with the magic rack. If you want to do winner breaks, I'm all for it too, as long as you have no magic rack. From the beginning of the tournament to the end. Because I understand, again, that people love watching players run racks. That's fine. So I don't know how Matchroom has done it, but they've done a spectacular job in giving ridiculously good racks after eliminating the magic rack out
For
of the
sure.
tournament.
No, for sure.
But it's and if that's the case, then that's winner breaks. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because every once in a while, you're not gonna freeze the balls as good as you were hoping for. A player's gonna fail to make a ball on the break. It's the other player's, turn at the table. You never know what can happen from there.
For sure. Eric Almanza, he's asking, hey, Chris and Tony, can you give me random pool-related words? Because he's trying to come up with an APA team name. Well, I can tell you one of my APA team names is called 8-Ball Physics. Because most of the players on my team have the capability of getting to the 8-ball. They just usually don't make the 8-ball when they get there.
I thought it was physics because they're good at they're physicians. I'm just kidding. One of the best names that I've ever heard for a team was Iraq, Iran. Right? Yeah. And then the other one was more rolls in the bakery.
I know the
I'm gonna try the 15, bro.
Okay. When we had the whole COVID shutdown, I had a pretty good thread going on a Facebook group about coming up with like team-related names, and the ones I came up with was like ball and hand sanitizer.
That's hilarious.
But I can't remember some other ones that I had, but they were hilarious.
Just a hair short.
Shot. Kevin Bowie says, we played a team at BCA Las Vegas named No English. They were all Russian players. Zelda, you need to make up your mind. Where are you going to hang out at? Laura NY fan, thank you so much for that. I wanted to run a little bit farther, but I'm still happy that I placed in the money. It just means that I got more things to work on. Suhail Amda, I do believe in most 14-1 tournaments, at least the professional ones, they do have like a 30 to 45 second shot clock. But if it's like a local one, I'm not sure. I would probably at least guess that they just don't want you to take too long between shots.
We'll try the one ball.
Okay. Laura NY fan, I placed in 7th, 8th. I was able to win $150, which pretty much paid for the entry fee for that event. So I got my money back for that one. Nice pushing that 9 ball into break ball position. I missed a couple of points on that one. Let me see here.
What's that?
I think I missed a couple of points for you. No one's got a foul yet, so this should add up to 124, so I think you should be at 99. Ron, the pool student, is noticing that you're usually mostly an open hand bridge. Can you comment on that?
It's just preference. I prefer to use a closed hand bridge when I'm using power draw because I'm able to maintain the thumb lower naturally, whereas if I use let me do it this way, put the other way, over here. See, when I do a closed hand bridge, it goes down naturally, right? Whereas the whole open hand bridge keeps it here. So what I do is I just spread the fingers out a bit if I want to hit it low, or move them in if I want to hit the cue ball higher. So I prefer this mostly for power draw shots, but I'm okay controlling the draw or the small nip draw shots or punch throw shots with this bridge because I'm not required to hit them with a lot of power.
Zelda's got his toy. We might get to see him throw it around a bit. Maybe not, since he just left. Well, I think it should be the total Mega Andy I think should be 126. So that's why I think Tony has 99. But now he has his century since he made the break ball. No one's committed a foul yet, so every time our scores added together should be some increment of 14.
Move that 10-1 rail into weight shot territory. Hit it.
Yeah, almost thread the needle.
I didn't even hit it.
Yeah. So
I was
you
trying to hit the 5 dead straight and then just.
Yeah, so there he was trying to make the ball that he made, and he wanted the cue ball to come back and hit the 5 ball, so that way the 5 ball pushes the 10 outside of the rack into break ball position.
And this is that other rule that I told you, that if you have a situation like this, and you have to end up dead straight on that, you might as well take it now while you have it, because what are the odds of you getting exactly there again?
Okay.
Right? I mean, I know that you can ultimately leave the cue ball here and play these two there, but I don't have that angle here. At least this way, by shooting it there, I'm managing the speed of the cue ball better, because here I have the thin cut, and I get a lot of movement if I decide to go with that shot.
Okay. JC is suggesting we should try to do Scotch straight pull.
Scotch straight pull. That's fun. I've done that with a couple of buddies of mine from New York, and we had a lot of fun running a lot of balls.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You know, this is another, I mean, I normally won't do this. Well, maybe I can do now with the eagle inside. No, not really. But sometimes I like to have fun when I'm playing straight pull, and I'll try, like, if there's a ball here, I'll try to figure out a way to shoot a stop shot. So that way, by shooting a stop shot, I can now shoot the 11 and have a perfect 9-degree angle to bump the 6 into break shot territory.
Yep. Okay.
Little things like that. It's just that I don't think that I can beat the side pocket scratch if I hit this with low left. That's why I'm not going to try to go 2 rails and stop there. See, now I might have an angle to do that. Yeah, I do. I'm going to hit it with left spin, so the left will hopefully throw it to the right a bit.
So does everybody see how the 6 ball's now in break ball territory? So when you don't normally have a break ball, that's how you can try to manufacture one. Laura NY fan, I believe straight pull was the first game Tony started playing when he first started playing. I actually only played it a couple of times in my early 20s because we actually had maybe like in the pool hall that I grew up in. I think we only had like maybe 2 or 3 players that actually liked to play straight pull, and every now and again I pretty much played with them. But then at some point in time, they either moved away or whatever, and then after that, the majority of the games that were played was 8-ball and 9-ball.
I hate that ball. Like, as perfect as you can hit it without having a shot. I might just decide to leave the 5 as a break shot. That might be a better thing. Just simplifies everything.
Yeah, so what Tony's thinking about right now is even though he pushed the 6-ball into break ball position, it kind of requires a lot of movement on the cue ball to maintain that 6-ball as break ball. Whereas now he's probably thinking about using the 5-ball now as a break ball because it's going to be a little bit easier to transition from the 12 to the 8 to the 6 to the 5. So he always likes to say you minimize your cue ball movement, you maximize your run out potential. It's certainly possible to maintain the 6 in as the break ball. It just requires more work.
Yeah, I can't. I gotta shoot a little ball of power. It's like,
So there he changed his mind again since he had to bridge over the 6 to try to shoot the 8.
and I was on the wrong side of the 8.
All right, so like when I look at the score, this score is not correct because it's not an increment of 14. It should total up to 140, and I haven't shot yet, so I know my 27 is correct. So therefore, Tony should be at 113. Felix B, I can tell you that Tony's advice for anybody that's getting back into the game of pool is to master your fundamentals. And I think that's pretty much any advice that any top pool player would usually have anybody getting back into it is to make sure that your fundamentals are solid. Because then once you at least get that down, then you got to start working on all the shots that are weak in your game. Laura NY fan, I think Tony was 13 when you started?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and I was 17 when I started. Just look at the spin on that cue ball.
Did she put that there so I can throw it?
Yeah.
You can chase it? Is that what it is? That's what dogs do. But I don't know if that's what cats do.
Robert Williams, you're not wrong. The cat is the star of the show.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Nobody comes here to watch us play pool. They come here to watch the cat.
It's true.
Very nice. Tony, you only need 29 more points. You do know this is a two-player game, right?
I really want to run 100 on your table before I leave. I'm like determined to do it. Is that the boss?
Yeah.
Oh. I said, man, that was a quick match. Unless we've been here how long?
We've already been streaming for almost an hour and a half. JC, does Predator make a BK rush break jump Q in red with the sports grip? I do believe they have one. I can't say that for certain. But we can certainly look. Yeah. If you go here, you can find them. Excuse me. Yeah, so that should be correct. 154. Well, most of the time, the Predator site will, the Predator Q site will say that they're sold out on a product, but at least you know the product exists, so you can try to check for other vendors if they have the product in stock. You know, like Seabirds.com is usually a pretty good one. I think Ozone Billiards, Pool Dog. JC wants to know if Tony has the hookup on getting a sold out queue.
A sold out queue?
Yeah.
No. I couldn't get a BK rush for my wife. Yep, that's how it's gonna end, right?
Wow.
I put left spin just to avoid that, and I still scratched.
You made 2 balls too, I think.
Wow. I made 3.
Oh, 3? Jeez.
Take a pick.
Let's see here. I better take advantage of this then. This is the hard part when I've been
How many
sitting.
did I run that? I ran like 70 or something.
You were like the chat would hopefully have to keep me straight. That's why I want to make sure that I create a better program that can track like heads up straight pool matches and like count high runs or how long you've been at the table and stuff, rather than just doing a score counter. Because yeah, that was a pretty long run there.
Anyone have any idea how many I ran there? I wasn't keeping count, which is probably why I ran it. I'm assuming you took up my point?
Yes, I did.
That's right, Alex Martinez. Uptown forever. Yeah, I'm wearing the Air Force Ones, my favorite sneakers of all time. I get them all the time. Yeah, and these are brand new. Have another fresh pair waiting for me at home. Web user, what's going on? Pearl River, New York. How are things up there? Okay. We'll play 13. And after the 13, I'm going to play nothing. No, it looks like I have to run into the 8. I don't have a choice, but I have to hope I don't run into the 12. Okay. Just hoping to hit the 8. See if that 10 ball goes over there. Blondie. Do me a favor and don't do what I just did now, please. I'm over here playing position for a ball that doesn't even go. I should have looked to make sure. I mean, I guess I have to hit it perfectly.
You got half a pocket?
I thought one Mack truck. That's it, one Mack truck. I thought it went completely. I should have just looked at it to make sure. Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
That's a good shot. Nice shot. Let's see, Tony, you currently need 16 more.
16.
That's going to require at least 2 more racks. Okay, 15 ball.
For a second there, I thought that was a real mouse.
Well, Jason Collins, you're asking me if I get nervous playing against Tony because I shoot really good at other times. You do have to remember that at other times you've seen me shoot, I have no opponent. So that's completely different.
Did I really do that? Yes, I did.
But I would say that maybe the first couple of streams I was a little nervous. For the first time playing against a professional, at least here in my home. But the past few times have actually been a lot of fun. Right now Tony's spotting me 50 points for this game, and so I only have to go to 100 while he has to go to 150. And last night I actually was able to win at least one match with that handicap. It doesn't look like I might. It doesn't look like I'll do it tonight.
Amazing how you hit the ball so perfectly soft. You really, really think you're going to get an angle, and you end up straight.
JC, you're asking if me and Tony live near each other. We do not. We are here in Texas right now at my home. Tony actually is from New York, but he currently resides in Miami, Florida. And he actually contacted me because he's starting a national tour of pool clinics, and he wanted to request my assistance in trying to set up one here in Texas. And so I actually tried to get a couple of local pool halls here, at least in my local area, to try to see if they would host for Tony, and we weren't able to make that come to fruition. But I did call some contacts of mine in the Austin Round Rock area, and we were able to at least get 2 clinics set up, one beginner and one advanced, and we had, a total of 18 students altogether for a split between both of the clinics, which I think overall was a pretty good success for a first-time dry run. So, because if anybody's interested in trying to have Tony come to their area to perform a clinic, feel free to reach out to him on his Facebook page. Is that an intentional foul?
Yes, sir.
Wants to give me a chance with a long shot. We'll try to seize it. Nice shot. You need 6 more.
As soon as I hit, I knew it because I saw myself bend my cue stick this way.
Wow.
I said, yeah, I'm not making that one. Yeah, I've been here in Belton, Texas, which is what? How far from Austin?
About an hour north.
And Austin is an hour north?
Oh, I'm sorry, south.
South. So I actually did a clinic at Skinny Bob's, then did one the same day at Bessie's Billiards, and now I'm currently here in Belton, Texas with Chris. Very nice, man.
Finally. But not so much of a reward.
Shot. I would definitely go to San Antonio to do. I would pretty much go anywhere. You know, the key is in order to make it worth a trip to come here, the magic number is 30 students. Because it's going to cost me airfare, a car rental, and if I don't have anywhere to stay, a hotel room. So I need at least 30 students in order to be able to do a clinic. Shot. John B. I quit using soft tips many years ago because of the fact that they just mushroom way too quickly for me. That's why I decided to go with the soft tip.
I mean, medium tip.
I mean, with the medium tip. I'm sorry. I tried the hard one, but I miss cue a lot because of my stroking style. I kind of have like a slightly elevated stroke, so that didn't work well for me. So I went with a medium and haven't looked back since. So if you haven't, try a different brand. See, Eves has it Z3 with a Predator Victory medium. I also use a Predator Victory medium as well. Yeah, Kevin Bowie. You probably do have a bad tip. It's rare, but it does happen on occasion. Because that's not the norm. Very nice pattern, bud.
Thank you.
Very, very nice break shot. Very nice pattern.
Sometimes I see them. I'm just working on seeing them more often.
Yeah. You already are, believe me, you already are. Leonel Rivera, what's up, brother? How are you? How's Ariel? You know, Kevin, I normally change my tip about once a year, once every year and a half, if you can believe that. They last pretty long, these Predator Victory tips. But I normally change it. When I do change them, I normally take it to a Q repairman at a tournament, like in Vegas, where I live. There's a Q repairman that does work there. Shot.
Thank you. 7-ball.
Nice shot, bro.
One side.
JC, you're asking me where's my next clinic being held? At Rack's Pool Room in West Hempstead, New York. So I'm actually going back home. I'm excited about it. It will take place on Tuesday, June 7th from 7 to 9 p.m.
Soft on me.
Good shot.
Oh, that was scary. Thank you.
Yeah, Rack's does have yummy food. They have some awesome food there. If any one of you ever stop by Beyond Billiards in Davie, Florida, and order like a truffle burger or crushed potatoes, believe me when I tell you, in a million years you'll never guess you're eating at a pool hall. The owner is good friends with a guy that now works for him who used to run a 5-star restaurant, cook for a 5-star restaurant. He's a gourmet chef. You got 2 there. For the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. So you can only imagine how good this guy cooks. This guy's amazing.
Soft.
Yeah, JC, I just got some good barbecue tonight. I went to eat somewhere, some barbecue somewhere with Chris and his boss. Troy, New Jersey pool player. My boy Troy, how are you, bud? Miss you, man. Troy, where do you live nowadays? I don't remember where you moved to. Yeah, Kevin Bowie, you're absolutely right. Pool rooms have definitely stepped up their food game. Good shooting, bud. Very nice. I'll put it to you this way. The food at Beyond Billiards is so good that if he took out the pool tables and put just chairs and tables and turned it into a restaurant, he's going to make a killing. So the score is currently 145 to 60. I need 5 to win, and Chris needs 40. And Chris is currently on a run of 28 balls. Very nice. But no, oh, man.
How do you do that?
Man, I really wanted to see him.
Draw off the side of the rack all the way down here.
Remember I told you about that one?
Uh-huh.
It normally happens when you have lesser of an angle.
Okay.
And when you have lesser of an angle, can show you now. And the cue ball comes into the rack and it misses this one entirely and hits that one.
Okay.
It just draws off that ball and misses that one and goes straight up there.
Okay.
You see?
All right.
I don't think I took off your point. You had 60, but I mean, I'm not out there yet. I need 5. I only have access to 3 balls here.
Well, I tried to put up a decent run.
You did put up a decent one. You had 20 balls. That's pretty strong.
Thank you.
You know, most people, when they're down by as much as you are, and this is what builds the endurance in the tournament. I've been saying this for years, and I'll say till the day I die. What your opponent does at the table means nothing. It's what you do.
Right.
When you're up at the table, it's your turn to shoot, not your opponent. They can't do anything while they're sitting in the chair.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, you know, a lot of times when someone comes up with stuff, oh, but, you know, he did this, but that's him. That's his job. That's what he's supposed to do.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot the 12, come off the cushion, run into the 8, and scratch in the corner. And then Chris is going to come onto the table and run out the game. Now I'm going to shoot the 12, hit the 8, hit the 14, hit the 4, and probably stop somewhere in there, get stuck, moan a bit, and then take a scratch. All right.
Well, he called most of that.
I'm going to go for the 14.
What a shot.
I mean, I had to go for the breakout because I need 5 balls, so.
Well, you only need 3 now.
Yeah.
This is what allowed me to win when last time because I was playing better. He only needed 5 balls, and 6, and I only needed 5 to get my 100. And he went for a breakout shot, so that way if he makes it and breaks everything open, he would be able to win. But he missed and left me the opportunity to close it out.
So I need 1.
Yes. And that'll do it. Tony finishes it at 150, and I was able to score 59. I actually thought I wasn't going to get anywhere near that, considering how much Tony was actually running it.
Okay, you came back, focus.
Yeah, I had a bit of a go there, which was good. Now, like I said, unfortunately, it's already starting to run around midnight, and I have to get up early in the morning to prepare for my Scotch doubles tournament with my partner here. So we are going to go ahead and cut it off for the night. Tony is going to be leaving Wednesday, so we'll definitely try to put something together one last time tomorrow. I don't know if it's...
Yeah.
I don't know if we... Maybe, like... You'd have to just show us in the chat when I watch this later on. Do you want to see just another exhibition match? Or you heard him say it himself. Do you want to see if Tony can do a high run attempt of 100 balls or more on my table before he leaves? So let us know in the live chat and we'll check it out after the fact. See another exhibition match or watch Tony put on a clinic of 100 plus ball runs. Let us know what you think, and I'll try to keep everybody updated on how I'm doing in the tournament.
And the reason why we've been focusing mostly on straight pool for Chris's live stream is because I'm trying my best to help him on his road to 100. He's definitely gained a ton of knowledge, but what's impressed me the most is how quickly he's absorbed it and applying it to his game immediately. So that's really the reason why we're playing mostly straight pool. I mean, we like to play all the games, but I want everyone to know that this is what his goal is. And he's the type of individual that once he sets his mind to something, he achieves it. So he's not going to give up until he gets at 100. And I suggest you do the same for your game whenever you're struggling, whether it's 9 ball, 8 ball, 10 ball, straight ball, whatever it is. Just keep moving forward. And I'll tell you a quick story before we leave. In 2004, I almost quit pool for good. I had finished 17th or 24th for like the gazillionth time. And I think I said this earlier in the stream. And I was just so disgusted that I hadn't won a major tournament. And I said, you know what? I quit. I called my physical trainer to cancel all my physical training. He fights with me for 30 minutes and tells me, look, I understand you want to quit. You just signed a new contract with your sponsor. He's going to sponsor you for 16 tournaments this year on the tour. Finish out the year, and then if you want to quit, I won't stop you. Okay, fair enough. I go to Vegas for the next tournament, the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship. I win the tournament. So if there's anything that I learned from winning that tournament is that you could be this close to achieving your dream, but you will never achieve it or find out if you could have achieved it unless you continue to move forward. So that's one of the most valuable lessons I've ever learned in my life, and that's why I admire about this man so much. He's got a lot of heart, he's very determined, and he's going to keep moving forward until he gets at 100. So thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Tony. I really appreciate that. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.